My name is Nathan Smith, and my topic is the WNBA and NBA wage gap. And the speech is kind of informative slash persuasive, kind of both. But the discussion has been going on since the WNBA was established in 1996, and that's 50 years after the NBA was established in 1946. So it's been going on for quite a while, but even though it's been going on for quite a while, not that many people talk about it, just because not a whole lot of people care about the topic besides the WNBA players. But NBA fans know about the topic, but they just kind of scrub it off because, the NBA has more talent, obviously. But today we're going to talk about why the WNBA players might be making less money and some reasons as to how we could fix that. But one of the main reasons is that the WNBA players, they don't have as much driving force as the NBA players, simply because the average NBA player makes about $7.7 million per year and then you go to the WNBA players and they make an average of $76,000 per year. And that is a massive pay gap right there. And if they were paid less than a quarter of that, you would see a huge increase in skill coming into the WNBA, because women would see that and be like, the same way that the rookies are in the NBA, they're ecstatic to be in there, and they'll basically give their life to improve because they see like what they can get. They're able to get millions of dollars starting off, which is nowhere near what a WNBA player would get starting off. And they see that, and they put every ounce of energy they have in their body into making themselves better. Whereas imagine you're a WNBA player and you get in there, and the average, that's like the lowest compared to the highest, that's average together, you can be making about $76,000 a year. When you look at, the NBA players, they're going to be making like 98% more than you for doing the same exact thing as well. But yeah, if the WNBA players were paid less than a quarter of what the NBA made, there would be so much more talent, and then that would draw in so many more people to watch them play, and that would solve a lot of it right there. Leading into that, the dream targets that the NBA players have, they see like on TV, the NBA, and there is thousands and thousands of fans just in the arena, not counting the ones that are outside watching. That's the dream target that the NBA players have to hit. Of course, like I said before, getting paid the millions and millions of dollars along with that. And the women, they don't have none of that. The women, they don't have their dream target is getting paid an average salary that anybody else would make in a regular job, and having maybe, I'd say at most 800 fans, among the most popular ones. And the women feel like they have to fight to close the pay gap themselves because nobody is really trying to do it. Yeah, there's reporters out there that talk about it, but what are they doing to really close it? Nothing at all. And imagine you're a WNBA player, all right? And you complete the hardest task in basketball, which is winning a championship. And if you're lucky enough, you're gonna make $100,000, and that's for doing the hardest thing to do in basketball is winning a championship. And you're getting paid $100,000. And then you look at the NBA player after you get done, and they've made 95% more. They'll get so much money, and they also get a ring that's worth untelling how much for just winning. It's like you're being cheated and looked down upon for the same exact thing as NBA players do. The NBA players get 50% of the revenue from the league, while the WNBA, they get 20%, which is just the company cutting them off for no reason. And a solution to that, to fix, what they need to try to do is raise the percentage up. Like, of course, not all at once, but slowly over time, like 5% each season. And we would see a lot more people come in to the WNBA, a lot better talent as well. Because people would see that and be like, well, there might be a career I can pursue and do good in and make a lot of money. And that would bring in a lot more talent, which would bring in viewers and which would compensate with a pay raise. The WNBA is never on ESPN like the NBA players are, and if they was, it would bring in a lot more fans because fans love to see their people that they're watching their life outside of the game, like doing charity or anything like that. And the NBA players, they get posted about all the time. The season lasts 8 months. The NBA season lasts 8 months. That's 82 games. The WNBA season lasts 4 months, and that's 34 games. Nowhere near as much as the NBA season. There's so much that could be changed to help fix it, and that would bring in more fans, and that would bring in more money. And they're just not doing it. But although the WNBA has a lot going against them, they're on the rise. They're averaging, in the 2 month inaugural season, they're averaging 8,766 people. That's well above the projected 4,500 a year. But once everybody realizes the abundance of potential that the WNBA has, it's untelling how well off they'll be once they get everything they really deserve, and once the companies start seeing like the profit that can be made off of them, they'll start turning a cheek to them finally. Thank you.